Good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is where you are from. My name is Kelly and I am coming to you live from the Pacific Northwest. So here it is 10 to 3 and I think for most of you, you're in Central Time, I'm assuming, but you could be all over the country. So I don't know what time it is for you, but it's a beautifully gorgeous day here, which we don't get that often. So I am excited to come and speak to you with sunshine as my lighting in the background. I actually had to close my curtains behind me so it wouldn't give that off light from the sunshine. So my name is Kelly and I am here to tell you my story today. I know you've heard from Angie and you've heard from Coach Jen, and we are all friends in this coaching business, but we have such different stories. It's crazy. And I think this is one of the things that I love so much about this business is that no matter what your personal story is, you can be a successful coach. And, now, is that something that I believed when I started over 5 years ago? I just had my 5th coach-iversary, as we like to call it, at the end of February this year. And I cannot believe it's been that many years that I've been blessed with this opportunity, that I took the chance on myself. And I had no idea when I started over 5 years ago where it would take me, how I would change and grow, and the people that would be brought into my life, and what this opportunity truly meant. Just to give you a little background on myself, before I started Beachbody, I was recently divorced. I got divorced when my daughter was 7 months old. So I was a new single mom. I was divorced. I was financially wiped. My ex-husband and I didn't have money when we were married, and so getting divorced and going down to one income, I had even less money. And I had a great job. I was a full-time high school counselor, so I did have a good job, but when you're only living on one income, I ended up living paycheck to paycheck. And I really went looking for something that I could do on the side. I knew I needed more money. Who can't benefit from more money, right? I was a single mom. Living paycheck to paycheck. I wanted to go to coffee dates with my friends. I wanted to go to happy hour. I wanted to be able to buy my baby daughter the little cute outfit at Target that was $10, but didn't feel like I had that extra to give even to that. I just hated the stress of feeling strapped all the time and that I couldn't enjoy life. But my dilemma was I couldn't go to Starbucks or Target or some other place and get a job, because then I would just have to get daycare for my child. And that defeats the purpose of earning more income. And that's time taken away from my daughter, when now, because I'm divorced, I'm already lost time with my daughter. And so the last thing I wanted to do was come home from work and picking her up from daycare and then turn around and take her to another daycare or somewhere else and not be with her just to go earn some money, doing something that I wasn't even passionate about. It was just to make a paycheck. So, I wanted more. I wanted more for myself and I wanted more for my daughter, and I had to find a way to make that happen. And 5 years ago, there's always, a ton of different ways you can make, side hustle, make money. And, I have been hit up for selling candles. I can't even think. Scentsy? Is that what that's called? Yeah. But I think there was candles at one time, because those are like the little Scentsy. Anyway, there was candles. There was, the cooking. I don't cook. So what's the cooking one? Doesn't even matter what the name is, but there was cooking ones. There was the, adult toy ones, things like that, clothing ones. There was all kinds of things. And there was nothing that people would ask me about, or skincare and all this stuff. And I'm like, that I was passionate about, that I felt like I could go and share what that time I thought sell. I thought I had to sell this stuff. And I'm like, I can't go sell this stuff. Like, I don't even barely wash my face at night. I don't cook. So how am I going to sell that? And it's just like, I use air freshener. I know, not good. This was 5 years ago. Okay. So I'm like, well, how am I going to go talk to people? I don't even use the stuff. I don't think that you can live a happier, healthy life if you have all these skincare products. I don't care how many zits you have, you can still be happy. Or wrinkles or whatever. So I couldn't get behind it. I just couldn't. And, I had always been into working out, always. And I had a very unhealthy relationship with food and working out. That's a whole nother story. But I always had worked out since I was young. I was an athlete in high school. That was always something that was at the forefront, was working out, burning calories, being skinny, quote unquote. And so when I heard about Beachbody, I had done programs in the past. I had done Insanity and P90X, not realizing that it was part of this company. I think actually when I first did it, I don't even think coaches were a thing. And so I had done the programs at home, never really, I didn't have, there weren't coaches. I just did the DVDs at home and didn't follow the calendar. I don't think I finished in the amount of time that they ever did it, and just kind of went by the wayside. And then, when I was married and in my old relationship, I think I lost those DVDs in the divorce, who knows? But so I went away from working out at home. And then when I got my apartment, when I got divorced and moved into my own apartment, I couldn't afford a gym membership. And so I actually put my gym membership on hold because it was $10 a month to put it on hold, but it was way more than that to keep it, and I wasn't going. I couldn't go because my daughter, if I took my daughter, it was more money to put her in the daycare, and she would freak out or poop or do something. So then I couldn't even go to the class that I wanted to. It just wasn't working. So I put it on hold because I had a gym at my apartment. Oh, how convenient. I'll just walk the 10 steps to my apartment gym and work out. I think I did that 3 times, and I lived there for like 3 years. Okay. So that wasn't an option. It was an option. I wasn't using it as an option. And so fast forward a little bit of time that I started dating my now husband, and his best friend was a Beachbody coach. And I remember he started talking to me about, T25 and all these programs that had just recently come out. I hadn't heard about anything since, Insanity and P90X in that world. And I was like, oh, okay. I didn't know there was anything like coaching or you could make a business out of it. It's like, oh yeah, they live in San Diego. They were the founding coaches. They're so successful and they love it. And he retired from being an attorney and all this stuff. And I was like, huh. And okay. So because I needed a way to work out and be healthy, I decided to join a challenge group with my now husband's best friend, Dave Ward. And I was P90X3 when that came out, and got in. And I'm going to be real honest, did not finish the program in the 3 months. It was a 90-day program. I like that they don't have them all 90 days anymore, but I did not finish the program in the 90 days, but I was in this challenge group. It was really awesome. And I loved the support and the idea of what they were doing and how they were supporting people. And it wasn't for lack of support. If you become a coach, and you'll hear it from us, we cannot make anybody eat right, work out, do that. But we are here as your support system to help you. And so it wasn't Dave's fault that I didn't finish the program in 3 months. It wasn't, anybody else's but my own. I had to take responsibility for that. But I loved the atmosphere, even though I didn't complete. And I have since completed, let's just be clear. And so when we ended up going on a ski trip, and one weekend at the end of February, I started the challenge group in January, New Year's resolution and all. And they started talking to me about the business. I was listening to Monica, his wife at the time, on calls and talking to all these people and doing all this stuff. And it was just so exciting. And I was like, you do this from home? Like, they were both full-time coaches. They do it from home. That's all they do. They were able to take their kids to school. They were able to surf and go on these weekend trips and all these things that were so amazing. And I was like, I loved my job at the time. I didn't plan on leaving my job or anything, but I needed an extra income, and I wanted to do something that I was passionate about and that I knew could make a difference. I mean, I was a high school counselor. I'm a middle school counselor now. Hello, I like to help people. I like to make a difference. So why would I not want to find something that I can also not just help kids anymore, but adults? We adults need help too. And I loved fitness. Sorry, I got notes because I can ramble. So I just want to make sure I'm not leaving anything out. So once I became a coach, I didn't know what I was getting in for. I signed up to specifically earn an income. That is what I signed up for. There are so many people that sign up because they had amazing transformations. They did a program and they had amazing, and they're like, I have to share this with others. Or people start asking them all these questions. So they're like, why would I not coach and earn an income off of sharing my story? I signed up for the income. So I want to be really clear about that. You don't have to feel, I felt guilty for a really long time about signing up just to earn extra money. I wasn't about selling, and it wasn't about, making money off people, but if I could help people change their lives and earn an income, I mean, we all get paid to do something. So why not earn an income helping people feel amazing? And so I just, if that's why you're in this group, you need some, and who couldn't, sorry, my dogs are freaking out because I locked them out so they won't come in here and bark, and they're like at the door. You can see them. They don't understand why they can't get in. What was I saying? Oh, so if you are somebody that, could benefit from an extra $100, $200, $500 a month, and that's why you want to join this business, you don't have a transformation yet, or, maybe you have a great community and you're already doing all this stuff, you want to earn an income, be proud of that. There's nothing wrong with wanting to earn an income almost anyway. I mean, you want to earn an income doing something, do it. Just be proud about it. And I was ashamed for a long time that was the reason why I joined. I instantly, because that was my goal and I knew it, I instantly went to work. That was a difference too. From day one, I started working this business. It is work. It's simple. It's helping people, but it's work. Okay. It's not easy. We like to say it's not easy, but it's simple, because sharing your story is not easy. It's not always easy to be vulnerable and tell people, the nitty gritty and the icky stuff of your life. But when you do it, people will relate to you, and you don't have to sell what we have to share. And when I started, and Carrie and Jen and Angie, they're all part of this family that I found. I had no intention of finding. I have great friends. I had a great boyfriend who's now my husband. I have a great family, like biological family. I had no intention of creating or becoming a part of the most positive, uplifting group of people I've ever come in contact with. I'm an educator, and we love to help people, but man, we're some cranky people. I mean, come on. I mean, if you're an educator, it's hard. It is a really hard job, and we're here to help people, and we get really bitchy. And I'm not going to say that doesn't happen in this business, but the focus is on ourselves. Not once in any job I've ever had has the number one priority of my job, the number one thing that I need to do every single day is take care of myself. You will hear that. And if you don't hear that from a coach, then you're in the wrong spot. The number one job as a coach is to take care of you. And this is what we're trying to teach and share with all of the people that we come into contact with. They don't have to be coaches to take care of themselves, but that is the message we are trying to portray to everyone. And so it's your job to, once you become a coach, now it's your job description. It is in your job description to take care of yourself. That is it. That's not it, but that's the number one job. And I didn't embrace that at first. I'm like, nope, I'm just going to go help people. I'm fine. I'm going to go help as many people as I can. I'm going to earn an income. I'm going to help them get results, and I'm going to do all this amazing stuff. And I forgot about me. And it wasn't until I took myself and my own transformation, and I'm not talking about physical transformation. I'm talking about your mental, everything. Before Beachbody, I wasn't just financially broken. I was mentally and spiritually broken. And through the last 5 years, I have grown exponentially in my own mind, body, and spirit. I've never had a crazy transformation story. I've never, been severely overweight or anything, but the change in my life has come from digging in to not only helping other people, because I had to figure out how to help myself first, and then share how to do that when you're busy, when it's icky, when you feel selfish, when, it's not convenient. And that's how you share what works for you with other people. Same thing with coaching as it is with health and fitness. I share what works for me in my business with the people that are on my team, or the people that I want on my team. And then we figure it out together. You never have to do this alone. I was going to make sure. I know what I was going to say. So with this job, I was a full-time counselor at a high school. And once I got married, I was able to take a leave of absence, because you can do that in education. It's pretty cool, to come home and be with my daughter, who was in kindergarten or going into kindergarten. And I was still able to provide an income for my family. So obviously I wasn't at the place, it was only a couple years, and I wasn't at the place where I replaced my full-time counseling income, but I could still feel like I was contributing. I had an income, a monthly income, weekly actually, and I was getting paid to help people from my couch so I could be with my daughter, taking her to preschool, pre-K, getting her, volunteering in a classroom, all the things that I'd always wanted to do that you can't really do when you're a single mom. And I was able to do that because I could still provide and feel like I was contributing to my household, okay? And which is key. Because I don't know what your goals are, and I love my job. I actually went back half-time as a middle school counselor. Half-time is best time. And I love it. And had I not had that time away and then be able to go back and see that I missed that part of me and that part of what I used to do, I'm never giving up the coaching. And that's why I only went back part-time, because I'm like, I don't want to give up all the time and the energy and the people that I've met and the impact that I can have to go back full-time. But I also wanted that balance of doing another thing that I was passionate about. This doesn't have to be everything. And I've learned over the years, how to balance the two part-time and balance life and my children, I only have one child, my child and my husband and my friends and my life with helping other people do the exact same thing. And I was able to go on coffee dates. I was able to plan happy hours. I didn't have to wait till somebody invited me and then decide if I had enough money in my bank account to be able to go and pay my bills. I get paid every flippin' week. If I want to go on coffee or get my nails done, that is the one thing. When I became a coach, I said, I will get my nails done consistently. That's the thing that is my high maintenance. I get my nails done every 3 weeks. But I was able to do that without feeling guilty that I was taking away from my family's income or my daughter's income when it was just the two of us. Not income, but you know what I mean. And I don't have to worry about that anymore. So maybe it's that you want an extra $100 for fun money a month, or $200, or you want to pay your car payment, or you want to quit your freaking day job and stay home and help people all day long. Whatever it is, it's absolutely possible. And again, I didn't even mention that just being a coach, I've been more accountable to my own health and fitness journey. So, some people join for the community. Some people join just for the accountability. Basically all of the above for me, I swear. I started for the income, and then everything else has come to fruition that most coaches start the business for. I'm the healthiest mentally and physically that I've ever been. And I owe that to the opportunities that have been brought into my life because I have been a coach. I don't know where I would have found the knowledge and the wherewithal to find the knowledge if I hadn't been a coach. I never went seeking for it. I was like, I'm an adult. I know a lot of things. I don't need to really learn anything more. I was very, very closed-minded. And my whole world has been opened up in so many more ways than just one. And I think my last sentence that I wrote down, and I don't know if you can read my hand, it says, I look at the world differently. Because of Beachbody, and I know that sounds silly or cliche or whatever, and when I say because of Beachbody was the catalyst that led me to all of these other things in my life. Beachbody is not everybody's catalyst, but it was mine. And that's why when I say Beachbody changed my life and has made me look at the world differently, because Beachbody is what it took for me to do that, to take the time and the effort and the energy to put into me so that I could then go and put into others. And I hope that this is given, I'm just telling my story. We're not getting into the nitty gritty of how to coach and all that. I was just asked to come and share my story. And that is truly my story. And it's evolved over the last 5 years. It just keeps getting better. I should save this video and then save it, and then 5 years from now, come back and just see how much more my life has changed and grown and better off because I'm still coaching, because I will still be coaching unless there's no more world. And I wish I would have done this 5 years ago. I was too nervous to do this kind of stuff 5 years ago when I started. So I can see growth in other ways, but I don't have that video to say, here's my start and here's my now. This is not the end. I believe Jen's going to be on, or maybe Carrie as well, later for questions and answering. So if you have any questions or anything for me specifically, go ahead and leave them on this video and I will definitely connect with you. Hope you guys have a wonderful evening. Bye.